Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. I'm the Serious JG, and I got the best of both worlds, I realized. Because you can both get an item drop and Seifer, or mug from Seifer, which is the same, I realized, oh, all I have to do is start the battle. I can do the same nonsense I was doing with Cerberus, where I keep mugging him and healing him, and mugging him and healing him, so that he doesn't die before I can mug him. And rather than having to go through the whole battle, I can soft reset. Well, I guess I have to hard reset. But either way, I could just mug him until he gives me the right item. I don't have to go all the way through the fight and then trigger all of the end of act cinematics before I could load and start again. I was like, oh, I can grind through this fight. It might take a few tries, but I can just mug him, and then if I don't get the right item, just load. But then it turns out I got the right item on the first try, so lucky. Maybe there's something wrong with this FAQ, or maybe it's changed in the Remastered edition. The FAQ I'm using does seem to be updated for the Remastered edition. It makes occasional comments on techniques that don't work in the Remastered edition anymore, but it's entirely possible some of the item drop percentages are a little wonky. But yeah, what you have actually missed, because this is still the same battle, I didn't have to reset at all. I had about 4 turns worth of Rinoa mugging and not being able to steal, and Selfie using recover on Seifer, but eventually I successfully mugged the Holy War item, which is what I wanted. So now we're ready to just actually do the battle normal styles. And Seifer had some generic, like, "You'll never get past me, I am the Sorcerer's Knight" type dialogue. Defeated once, and still trying to fight to save his pride. HP is lower due to the defeat, but skills are higher. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm lucky. He seems to have just enough defense that Rinoa wasn't able to one-hit him, because if he did, that whole technique wouldn't have worked. But he's down to... He's taken one hit. I just kept hitting him once with Mug, and then healing him, hitting him once. But as you can see, one hit for Mug, and he's mostly defeated. But let's let Squall defeat him, because obviously that's how this should be working. Oh, the other thing is... It's a weird fight. We see them both, but only Seifer is targetable, and Idea doesn't actually take any action until after Seifer's defeated. It's a bit of a strange fight. Oh, I guess it was Squall who hit him. Never mind. All right, punk. Oh, yeah, that's what you get for attacking me and doing 15 damage. Ugh. Damn, I'm disgraced. Defeated, useless fool. Enough play, Seeds must die. And she goes for Maelstrom, which is a spell I mentioned. I believe we will eventually be able to draw this from the final boss, but we never really get to use it for ourselves. So we acquired Alexander. We need to do that. Now we want a scanner. I have to be a little bit careful here. I don't want to die. Maelstrom could kill us. But we'd rather mug her, if possible, than just defeat her straight up. But if I lose here and have to redo the battle, I have to go back into... I've gotten lucky about getting the right item drop the first time. A sorceress bent on conquering the world, hired Galbadia Garden forces to destroy Seed, which stands in her way. She didn't hire them so much. Didn't she just, like, take over? Didn't she rule Galbadia right now? Whatever, I gotta be careful. I could definitely, as long as we keep her healed, she's got over 999 hit points. We can't possibly one-hit defeat her. But her mug is... Blah. Maelstrom is dangerous. I don't know if she's going to keep using that. But it would be enough that it could full party wipe us if she gets it off twice in a row and I haven't done any healing. Oh, and I don't know if anybody's death proof. That's a problem. Be a pain in... Yeah, I didn't bother to set up anyone to be immune to death, because I didn't realize that was going to be a thing. In other words, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm really trying to make sure I mug her, we just powered through this and it wouldn't be that dangerous at all. And sadly, we don't get to see her limit breaks that often, and I'm not going to be using them here because I need to mug. Death is going to get tiresome if she just keeps doing that. Okay, good. Looks like Selfie is immune to it. I don't know exactly how everyone's set up. I don't even remember what we mugged from her. It's just that I know that the mug is better than the item drop. And it's one of those things that's difficult to come across. It's not like a standard drop you're going to find everywhere. The Zog, I expect, will be a lot less dangerous than the other things she's been doing. Because not only does everyone have, like, approximately maximum magic resistance, that most of them have, like, massive elemental damage reduction stuff equipped as well. And by equipped, I mean junctioned. So no, this other than potentially if she uses Maelstrom, which maybe is just her like big opener that she doesn't get to use after the first turn. The death spell is the only thing that's kind of annoying, and I could have defended against that if I'd kind of remembered. Whenever we steal from her, Final Fantasy IX is worse. There's some people who praise Final Fantasy IX as the greatest Final Fantasy game. I can't stand the stealing mechanic and bosses, and that's a game where if you want to get everything, you have to fight each boss for like an hour while you try to steal from it 3 times. But, this is being artificially extended by the fact that I want to rob her. Okay, now we can just kill her. And I missed the critical. She has nothing. If only I had prevented you from stealing a little bit longer. So we got no items because we robbed everybody. We got 50 app. That should give Cerberus his new skill. We got Alexander, who, as always in these games, it's really confusing to me what the hell he's supposed to be. He's like some kind of living castle or something. There's an anime about that, isn't there? Yeah, I'm sure there is. What happened? Zell's become the narrator. My body. Yeah, this is where I said it treats it like Rinoa's there. I'm sure if Rinoa wasn't in the party, this exact same scene would play. I don't think we would have Irvine doing this instead. Rinoa. Like, I don't think we would have Irvine doing this instead, because it looks like she's cradling Seifer in her arms. Here, motorboat your way back to health. Huh? Rinoa. Seifer. All of these types of cinematics play out better if you can't power max your party and blast through the bosses. If this was a really close battle where we could believe that all of our party members were right on the edge of defeat before we got to this point, it would make more sense. Instead, we just crushed her with ease, artificially extending the battle so we could steal from her, and then suddenly we're all helpless as some bizarre magical events transpire. Rinoa, are you all right? Squall, Kaitis, Selfie. Happy music's playing. Irvine, Zell. You've all grown so much and become so strong. I have waited for this day to come, also feared this day would come. Is today a joyous day or an odious day? Maybe it's a joyous, odious day. Make it joyful odor. I guess odious does not literally mean possessing an odor, but it's got a different connotation. Where is alone? Have I protected alone? I don't understand. Don't worry, Squall. None of us understand what's going on in the story. Squall. It's Rinoa. It looks like when she let Seifer motorboat her, it sucked out her soul. Rinoa? What's wrong with Rinoa? I mean, sure, she's a little pushy sometimes, but you have to learn to live with the little foibles about people. Well, there you go. Now I have no reason to keep this slot, which is the one where I didn't get all the trips. But I did get Holy War, because we got Holy War and Triple. And Cerberus and Alexander. It's great. Is it over? Is the game over? Is Disc 3 and Disc 4 just an extremely long ending sequence? What happened? Rinoa. What happened to Rinoa? Fair question. Should you consider closing that window? Well, I guess the fresh air is probably good for her, although I don't know where we're located right now. If we're at Centra, which appears to be some kind of like devastated by nuclear war continent, maybe it's not that great, the fresh air. Squall, can you hear me? Head to Squirrel at once. The sorceress Idea, matron, is back at the orphanage. I don't seem to be able to react with. You want to play cards, Rinoa? Well, let's take a look at our brand new, yet another brand new Guardian Force, Alexander. The shitty son of Worf. If we learn High Magic Refine, I believe, I don't know if we can do anything with that. I don't know if any of the stuff that we're still looking to use works that way. But Elemental Defense times 4 is good. Revive is nice. Med Data, double the effect of medicine. I don't think that one's useful in and of itself, but I think it might unlock something good. Yeah, we'll work on High Mag Ref. And as you guys can see, we're only a few Guardian Forces away from having the whole lot. And at some point, I'm going to need to do off-screen grinding just to learn their skills, even though my party's already at level 100. For me, again, with the triple speed, it's far less annoying than it was in previous games to grind for levels, which meant that once it was possible to do it one character at a time while watching like other people's LPs and stuff, it was worth it because I no longer have to worry about defeating all enemies ever throughout the game. How's Rinoa doing? She's still in a coma? Don't take it too hard. She'll snap out of it eventually. Thanks for using your advanced medical knowledge tip. Oh, you got some cards, Squall? They gave me a set too. Someone of the CC group got them from the D prison. What, Galbadia's rules? Whatever, let's just use that rule too. Want to play? Wow, I actually didn't expect this to work. So we're playing with Zell, who, as far as I know, doesn't have any special cards to give us because we already have the Zell card. So we're just standing around and it's like, oh, Rinoa's in a coma, and Kaitis really wants us to come up on deck, but let's just ignore that for now and play cards with Zell in the hallway. You seem to have way better cards than I do, Squall. How come I've got generic monsters and you have player character cards? The elemental rule is spread throughout this region. Oh shit, I don't think I wanted that to happen, actually. Although having a rule... No, I actually didn't want that to happen. How's Rinoa doing? She in a coma? Don't take it too hard. Yeah, I really didn't want that to happen. Crap. Well, there you go. That's what happens when you go around playing cards with everyone like a goof. So we'll just do the plot stuff again without playing cards though. After all, we can't even do anything by interacting with Rinoa. Part of me feels like you should attempt it just to, like, you should get Rinoa points of some kind for the fact that you tried to talk to her, but you know, whatever. We should probably still talk to Zell. she the girl with pigtail? That's a ponytail. I'm bored. It's nice to be able to visit other cities, but if you're not careful, you could be left behind. With all that turmoil at Galbadia and the sorceress, it's dangerous. I'm bored. It's super dangerous. Those things seem unrelated. I've heard there's a weird book somewhere in this library. I wonder what kind of book it is. My Friend Pooparoon or something like that? I just can't get myself to study these days. I only seem to hang out here. Alright, I'm going to read this whole entire series. Well, why don't you read something that... Never mind. I think Squall ended up with fewer Guardian forces than anyone else. So he just gets Alexander without me working too hard to figure it out. Yeah, actually, because again, it doesn't add anything to him. I guess he gets an additional... He gets an additional ability slot, but until Alexander learns some skills, he doesn't actually get anything from having it equipped. Elemental defense times 4 will eventually be a thing that we want to learn, but I'll do the refining skills first. Is this the weird book? There's talk about there being a weird book. There's also a lot of teenage girls in really short skirts in this game. I mean, that seems like a design choice by the... Anyway. Did you hear there's a library's going to be ordering the books that we want? The JG can't read? Yeah, they're gathering requests from students now. Mystery novels, woo. Well, we can't encounter Rinoa here to play cards with her, so I guess we would move on. No point in saving, I just saved. Try to get hot dogs. No more hot dogs today. You need to start saving hot dogs for Squall. He's now Supreme Commander with, like, over-the-top Third World Banana Republic Dictator uniform. I must say, we're pretty tough. How do you guys figure? Word, I thought it was the end for me when we had to fight that with the other garden. We've accomplished quite a feat, the fighting inside garden, the battle with the other garden. That wasn't training, it was the real thing. Yeah, there were a lot of casualties from both sides, but we're still alive. Yeah, we could do it. But we still aren't seeds. So we end up complaining. Sad. Apologize. Sometimes I actually enjoy complaining. Sad. Apologize. Obama's very sick. Guy in front of me. Check out this one. This guy used to be the cream of the crop. Now look at him, all over one woman. Never mind. I think they're just there so that I can play cards. Well, we know where Kaitis hangs out, and talking to her is going to advance the plot, so I guess I could go... Hello, if you're not busy, how about a game? No, actually, because I'm going to have spread rules I don't want to spread. Otherwise, I would go for it, buddy. Sorry. Although, actually, I could just refuse to play until they stop spreading rules. Oh, never mind. Why did she change into that uniform before she... Well, Irvine creeping on selfie from a distance here. The Garden Square BPS is so much fun. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry about Rinoa being dead. It gives you a lot of info about Garden. It's pretty cool. But again, sorry she's dead. I basically, like, forced you guys at gunpoint to get together, but... So I've been thinking about this for a while now. Maybe you should loosen up a bit. Well, so, Zell has something to say about Rinoa. Everyone else, just nothing. They'll go for the girl with the pigtail or the one with the bob. How about some kind of Irvine sandwich? What a pain. I want to see if Selfie has updated her stuff, because that's the only thing that occasionally seems to update. I made a friend. I think I'll have my friends right here. Apparently I never looked at any of this. Hi, my name is Rinoa. I'm not a student at Garden, but I'll be staying here for a while. I really like it here. I'm in a coma. There's something I wanted to say. When you make friends, it'd be nice to be able to go to finish growing up together, without having to think we'll be separated. What? Even if we do grow apart, I want to be able to meet up and talk with a smile. What am I trying to say? Anyway, I don't think I've ever been in a setting with so many people about my age. It's kind of like camp. It's fun. I'm really glad I'm here. Camp? Hey, maybe it is kind of like a camp. That was deep. Previous entries. How y'all doing? This is Irvine Kenny. And Sylvie asked me if I could write something. How could I refuse? Well, I'm here for Megalbadia Garden due to personal reasons. I think I fit in quite well. What do y'all think? So many cuties here. I look forward to getting up in the mornings. Even when I'm going to bed, I'm thinking I can't wait to wake up tomorrow and creep on girls. You seem like a good guy, but I don't know. Yo, sup, Zeltink? The hell do I write? Yeah, I know. I said I'd write some, but I have nothing to write. Oh, wait, I love hot dogs, you know, the ones that are always sold out. Anyway, that's it for me. You've just experienced the complete depth of my character. Oh, and Selfie doesn't have an editorial comment on Zelt. She can't be bothered. We've read the Kitus one before, so. That's everyone, isn't it? Kitus. Selfie's not going to write anything, obviously, so. Okay, we got all three girls. And yeah, that's it. I think that's the total for my friends. We've seen what we're going to see. Latest diary. We did it, everyone. I know I said there'd be no more entries, but I just had to write one more thing. Excellent job, everyone. I love you all. Woohoo! The day I visited Trabia. I went to visit Trabia. It was in a complete shambles. Everyone who survived seems well. That's cheerful. Yeah, they were in high spirits. Even if you were pretending to be cheerful, it eventually rubs off on you. And also, the side effects of the GF, the stuff about losing memory. Well, sure, it happened to me. I just wasn't aware of it. When all of us were talking, we started to remember a lot of stuff, even stuff we didn't want to remember. It really made me think that day. Sorceress Day was somebody very special to me, but still I'll fight because I'm a seed. If I read any more, I think a weak side of me will begin to show. Yeah, like your, intelligence. So I'm going to stop here. There won't be any more entries in this diary. Thanks so much for all those who took the time to read this. Goodbye, Raijin Fujin. Goodbye, Disciplinary Committee. Goodbye, Disciplinary Committee. I hope we can meet again on better terms. I wish I could have said bye. Aw, feeling blue. I've been feeling blue lately whenever I think about Trabia. I want to go. I don't want to go. We held a concert. Woohoo! Actually, we were the ones performing, so we were really into it. But I wonder how it sounded. What did everyone else think, I wonder? Did anyone else hear it? Was it literally just Squall and Rinoa? Forget it. Everyone else should start playing too. It's a lot more fun performing. I haven't given up on the Garden Festival, though. And Sir Laguna's page, which should have some updates, I would think. It was fate. I can't quite explain. This page is dedicated to Laguna. No, actually, I call him Sir Laguna. He is such a hunk, at least that's what I think. It seems Sir Laguna was writing articles in Tim Manny about traveling. I'll be posting some of Sir Laguna's articles here. Want to see? In one of Sir Laguna's articles, he wrote about how he tried to get to Estar. He tried many different routes, but he eventually ended up in Dalit. There's no way you can make it from Dalit. You sure travel a lot, Sir Laguna. I know exactly how to get to Estar, and you're not doing it right. Do you understand this picture? Sir Laguna even wrote Estar's Secret. But actually, I know what it is. This is where Sir Laguna went scouting. Was it okay for this to be published? I guess he really needed the money. This is a hotel in Timber. It's full of Galvanian soldiers. You'll still find soldiers here, but there's a little too much, huh? I don't know now if we've already seen these. This picture of when Timber was occupied with Galvania. Sir Laguna tried to save the hotel, but it was used to house soldiers. Why are these articles from that period? That's because that was the period when Laguna actually wrote the articles. So it makes sense. So all the magazines with Laguna's articles are all old and worn out, like Laguna himself. I wonder how old Sir Laguna is now. I bet you he's a dandy guy. Hey, according to the article, this is Esthar. I'm very happy Sir Laguna made it to Esthar, but is this real? The city is so cool. But here now, there's nothing on the continent where Esthar is. According to Sir Laguna, he ended up here when he got lost on the Esthar continent.
I hope Sir Laguna is all right, but what breathtaking scenery. I want to go too. I want to go. I want to go. I want to go. You all know this place. Yes, it's the hotel in Balam. So Sir Laguna went to Balam too. Looks like Sir Laguna likes hotels. This article says he really wanted to stay at the hotel, but he ran out of money. He wasn't able to try the famous Balam fish. This is amazing. Sir Laguna's with the Shumi tribe.
There was a magazine. I didn't think I got the Shumi Tribe magazine, actually. I thought I intentionally avoided it.
The article says he got lost and injured, but thankfully ended up here. Seems like Laguna gets lost a lot, but he always repays an act of kindness. By the way, the master here is a Shumi. I heard all about it from Squall. Shumi Tribe, I want to meet them. Which I've done. This is something extra. It's the entrance to the Centra ruins. You see me in the picture? There's a statue of a sorceress and knight.
I do see her in the picture. I didn't realize there was a statue of a sorceress and knight here.
It's kind of nice, although there are a ton of monsters. Let me know when you find Timber Maniacs.
Let me know if you join Hulk Hogan and his Hulkamaniacs. Because if you do, I will question whether you have racial sensitivity.
I guess it wasn't meant to be this time. There'll be a garden festival.
Okay. So there's nothing to be said here. Well, I'm glad we checked up on Selfie and her page, which is apparently not going to update anymore because she's no longer going to write. Said she's not writing her diary, but then she continued writing her diary anyway. We've got all the Friends page updates the game is going to give us, because, as you might expect, we get one for each party member other than Squall. And there's at least one more Tim Manny that I didn't find, or intentionally didn't use, because it, for reasons I don't understand, it will mess up something that we should be coming up to pretty soon, actually, but we'll get it later. So I think the most reasonable course of action here is to call it a video. And when we come back next time, I'll continue the plot by talking to Kaitis, who wants us to go visit with Matron. And to tell you the truth, for those of you who don't already know the story, this is an old game. I sometimes play this game and forget that like other people haven't played this like 2 or 3 times over the years. But if you don't already know the story, I think at this point you're probably like, stop reading the fucking Tim Manny. I want to know what the hell happens when you talk to Idea, who suddenly seems to have her memory back and not be evil. What's going on? Yeah, I have to admit, the first time I got to this point of the story, I was pretty curious too. And we finally start getting at least a few answers at the beginning of Disc 3, which is where we are. So next time, we will go to the orphanage, like I've wanted for the last several videos, for Squall to just like corner Sid and throttle him until he speaks. But now, at last, with the sorceress seemingly defeated, and the only Paul hanging over thinks that there's something wrong with Rinoa, it feels like we should be able to get on with the story. Or rather, figure out what the hell the story is. Maybe we will next time. Bye-bye.